guys, it's me again. So take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. I think it's 5, maybe 4. I only did 2 videos, but 5 panels. So I'm gonna try it again. I didn't like how the other ones turned out. I'm gonna use the same colors. However, I'm going to be adding in Amsterdam gold, light gold, excuse me. And I'm gonna be using some of my Vallejo Pearl Medium. So all the other colors are gonna be the same. This time, fingers crossed, I'm going to be doing a flip cup. So I was going to do it in one of these little tiny, I think these are like a 4-ounce cup. But oh, you know what? Yeah, I am going to do that. It might be I don't know, these might be, actually let me look. I was right, 4-ounce cup. So I mixed my Pearl Medium in this cup, so there's a little bit left in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer my cup. I'm going to flip it over, put some, I think, I'm going to do white around it, and then I'm going to stretch it out. So I already leveled my canvas, so that's good. I'm sorry for my mess in the background. I'm trying to do another pour, so my mess from the other day is on here, and from, well, yesterday, I guess, technically. So if you guys haven't seen those videos, I either didn't put them up or they just didn't go the way I wanted them to. And this one's going to be third, so I will be putting those up. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. So I did the pearl white first. And then this one is, actually I lied to you. I also added some, I forgot that I had this one, the Creative Inspirations Cadmium Orange. Because that was more of the orange that I was looking for as opposed to the vermilion. This one has more of a red hue. I wanted more of an orange hue. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start layering our cup and hope for the best. So this one is the cadmium. Yeah, I lied. Cadmium. So I'm going to put that on top of the white. And I don't want them to sink too much, so I'm just going to layer them gently. And then I'm going to do... shake all of these before I forget. I think I did already, but just to be sure. And then this one is the got the name of it already. The vermilion with a little bit of black, turned brown. So I'm just gonna go ahead and you shouldn't be doing this over your canvas because I just dripped on it. So it's not that big of a deal because I'm going to be covering it anyway, but knowing my luck, that's going to make a huge difference. So try to leave these in the same order here. And then I'm going to go in, I think, with the gray. I'm just going to do a little bit of gray in there. And then I'm going to do... This one is the Pearl Marmalade by Arteza mixed with the Artist Loft metallic orange. So I'm going to go in with that one. And then I think I'm going to do the gold. And then the Papaya by Arteza. And then I'm gonna do the pewter next to that, not a lot. And then I'm gonna go in with the copper by Amsterdam. Oh my goodness, there was a booger and it shot paint everywhere. And then we're gonna just do, I'm just gonna do 2 layers of this and hope for the best. So the pearl white, that's just Amsterdam. This one I did it a little bit differently. I did Amsterdam, oh you know what, I did this color twice, that's okay. It's just Amsterdam mixed with, Amsterdam Titanium White mixed with the Vallejo. And then instead of using a little bit of Floetrol, I went ahead and I did the Australian Floetrol to see if maybe I can get some more cells out of it. I don't know if I will be able to, but I was just kind of hoping, because there's no silicone in this, and typically when I do a flip cup, I do like to have silicone in there because I do like the cells in a flip cup. Just flaying stuff everywhere. Gold. I don't really put a lot of the gold in there just because it tends to take over. I don't know if it will on this one. Just do a little bit more of that. And the pewter. Oh, I just closed it. I thought I opened it and then I closed it. And then the copper. I'm going to add just a little bit of that white on top, not a lot, and just hope for some lacing. Realistically, I probably should have added the white in between to create some more lacing, but I didn't. So I'm going to take my cup, flip it over. I think I already said this, but I did level my canvas beforehand. I'm going to move all of my mess out of the way. I am going to wipe off what I spilled. Should have done that before I did it. Sorry, just cleaning my bottles off and moving them. Because I will end up throwing them all over the place. Dump that one in there. Put that in a bottle eventually here. Okay, so sorry for my reach. So now I'm just going to take just regular white mixed with Floetrol. It has stuff all over it. That's okay. I'm going to go around the cup. You can't see. And I like my base paint to be a little bit more fluid. And sometimes that does help bring out some cells as well. And I dropped something big in there. So take my Osso omelet spatula and I'm just gonna bring it on out. I haven't done a flip cup in years actually. I was doing the flip cups quite a bit in the beginning because that's all I knew. So I was doing that and then I started doing other things, and you get stuck on a certain style of painting. I'm sure we're all guilty of it to some degree. And then you forget about the basics. But some of my favorite ones that I've personally done have been from the flip cups. So I was trying to figure out, it's like, you know, what's the best ones that I've done that I can try to replicate here with different colors. And you're never going to be able to replicate it, but that's okay. And I was like, you know, I haven't done one of those in a long time, so let's go ahead and do that. Because I'm trying all the other ways and new ways and old ways and what other ways, and they weren't working for the colors that I wanted. I was getting a little irritated, so sometimes going back to the basics is good. So I'm just going to put a little bit more around here. It's already starting to seep out. That's okay. Okay, guys. So, wish me luck. So I'm just going to let a little bit out. I guess this really isn't a flip cup if I'm moving it around. And when I did that, I saw a big old booger come out of it. Okay, so that's what the cup looks like as of right this second. So I'm really, really hoping that those colors are gonna go good like this. So before I do anything, I'm gonna take my painter's torch, because I have a couple different ones, and I'm just gonna torch it. See, now I'm throwing stuff. Told you. And wish me luck. Sorry if you can't see me. Try to bring this down just a little bit more. There's some white spots over here that didn't quite get covered. I do not like, I can't really point because I have stuff all over my hands. That big gray spot in the middle is not my favorite. But you know, sometimes you get these, wipe off my hands really quick so I can torch it without worrying about drips. Sometimes you'll have like this painting, you're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And there's always gonna be like one spot that you're like, oh man, I wish that didn't come out like that. And sometimes there is nothing you can do about it. Like that one's smack dab in the middle. So, I mean, realistically, that's just gonna end up being there. That, or I'm just gonna have to tip off all the other stuff that I like. So I'm gonna try to torch it and see if I can't get some cells out of there. So all of those little cells that you do get in there, that I got today anyway, is going to be that Floetrol, because there's some Liquitex stuff in there, you know, that makes your paint extender or what have you. So you are going to get those, but these kind of fuzzy ones, that is from the Vallejo and the Australian Floetrol. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying for a minute. So that's what that's from. I do not like this part right here. But then if I move it, I'm going to move all these cells. I'm okay with that random white strip because it kind of ties into the other white that's in there. Because I feel like if I tilt that off anymore, it's not going to be, I'm going to stir my paper towel in there. It's not going to be as, you're going to be like, well, there's a random white. Why is there a random white right there? Because there's no other white anywhere else. And it's like, well, why do you have white? You don't have it anywhere else. So I'm going to try to turn it so I can see my sides here. And I forgot to tell you guys, I'm using furniture stands for my levelers. Like I said, I did level them already. Oh, I thought that was white. That's just not painted. Okay, so I am going to have to tilt this a little bit more because there's no paint on that. I thought that was all paint. It's not. Let's see how it's distorting my cells now. Sorry, I know you can't see me. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to bring the weight back down because I did lose that white, but this corner I didn't even realize. I thought that was just white. It wasn't. It did manage to stretch out the rest of that gray. Not a lot, but a little tiny bit. But I did lose that patch of white that I was just talking to you about. So I guess before you start saying, yeah, that looks great, maybe check to make sure your whole canvas is painted first. So I think this one is a little bit, I like this one a little better than my blooms. Maybe it's just the colors. Maybe I just don't like the colors together. But that's the color of his logo. And, you know, I would have loved to add like some blue or something in there, but there's no blue in his logo. It's just orange and black and white. But when I was doing the black, it looked like Halloween, and it just wasn't liking me, I suppose. So there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and clean the drips. You always want to scrape it. My hands are already kind of dirty, so might as well use my finger. That's why you have gloves, right? So I'm just going to keep checking on it and doing the going around with my finger. Once I take my gloves off, I'll use a stick, but you do want to make sure that you're cleaning your sides off so that way all the paint's not running down, because then you're going to lose the cells. I did get some distorted cells over here because I had to recover that. But there's a little cluster right here that's really metallic, and it's pretty actually, so I'm kind of digging that. I don't really like the Vallejo in this at all, actually. I don't. They look cloudy, but it's like it's all cloudy over here. I don't know if you guys can pick it up on the camera or not, but then it's like super white. I'm like, okay. So, not really sure. But I'm going to go ahead and clean up my hands a little bit better so I don't touch my camera. And then I'll go ahead and bring down my camera and show you guys a close-up. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here's the close-up. I'm sorry for the glare. This is my macro lens, so I can't get any closer to it, unfortunately. So here's the close-up. I'll go ahead and bring you in slowly. So don't get sick. So let's see if I can show you without this going crazy. See these like white cells over here? They actually look like cells, which is really weird. But they're kind of cloudy. But then like you got, look at that lady. Do you guys see the lady? Facing to your right. But then you got like that is like super white. So I'm like, okay. So I do kind of like those gray cells because they kind of have an outline of those darker orange brown cells. And then it's kind of like you got three different things in one. So you got this like just a really calm like river look. I don't know what you would call that. And then it did stretch out that big blob of gray, which was kind of good because I did not like that. But then like right in here, it looks like an animal print almost. It's kind of crazy. But this corner right here where that little lady is, see how, let's see if I can, see how shiny that is? Which is kind of cool. So it's kind of like three different designs in one almost. I don't know how you would put that. So there it is. I hope it dries good. I'm not really 100% sure if I like it yet or not. Just trying to get it from a different angle. That's not gonna work. So I guess we'll see it when it dries, and whatever happens, happens. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in just a second for you, but in a day for me. Maybe 2, depending on how much paint's on here. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Hey guys, so here's the finished product of my round. So that gray spot didn't really go away. You got a little bit of white speckles in there. It does have kind of a gloss on there. That's from that gold. So that's kind of cool. Let's see if I can't get it to stand up here. Ah! I leaned it against the turntable, sorry, probably not the best idea. So there it is. I think if I were gonna do it, I think I'd actually hang it probably like that. So I'll take a picture when it's completely done. I might actually maybe like that better because it's kind of flowing down. And then I did put a short in there. I just sped it up. This was on that wooden board that I was telling you guys about. So here's this one. for whatever reason in the white, it has like a lot of breaks, and I think that's because it's on a board, so it couldn't really soak into anything, but it wasn't really running off. But it did, if you kind of look at it from the side, it did warp quite a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this one. I was hoping that this one would be for the clock, but I don't think so. So there's that. It does have that shine still with that gold, which is kind of cool. So underneath I have a little silicone mat. I'm going to try to do a resin one and see how that works. So we will see. I'll post that video next, and then hopefully you guys liked at least one of them. If not, sorry, I'll just keep trying. I'm just having kind of an issue with these colors. So please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tell your friends. I would appreciate it. Sorry for my messy background. Yeah, so I will see you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye.